So today I'm going to share with you 6 ways that ADHD makes life extremely hard. So stick to the end because the last one is really unbelievable. So the first one is words gone wrong, number 1. I have an absolute ability to just say the wrong things when I'm with people all the time. I have been told that I'm not just above the bar, I am way above it. So I can say inappropriate things all the time. I'm wondering whether you do as well, if you're ADHD. So quite often, I can run off at the mouth, I constantly talk, I interrupt, and I say things where people say to me all the time, no, that's not right. And I try and fix myself. And then I say, oh, no, I didn't mean that. I mean such and such. And then they'll go, no, that's not right. And I'll go, oh, no, I mean this. And I just cannot seem to say the right thing in a lot of social situations. So that is a real problem with me because I feel like I run off at the mouth and it's hard for me to pull myself back, rein myself back, because quite often I'm really trying in my own brain to work out what the person has said before, what the person has said before that, and then to say something that's actually appropriate in the time. And it is really hard. Quite often I'll say something and they'll go, where did that come from? Or what are you talking about? What? Or I'll just get these mixed reactions that are like, you're an idiot, or you're a dory, which is what I've had before. Or they just give me these looks like, seriously, that's ridiculous what you've just said. So that happens all the time. I'm just sometimes not able to also string sentences together to sound coherent. I don't know whether that's something other people are getting, because I'm pretty sure that is. Because it's hard for us to simply sound coherent sometimes. And I certainly had that trouble in a lot of situations where I'm always thinking about what I need to say, and whether it's going to come out well or it's going to be received well. And because quite often we don't get received well at all. We're shut down, we're told we're idiots, or we're above the bar, or we're inappropriate, or we're, what are you saying? So it's just something that has always bugged the hell out of me. Quite often sometimes I try now to really think about what I'm saying, but I don't want to do that in social situations. And now that my friends know that I'm ADHD, as of just last year, this year, 2025, they now, I think, just give me a break. But before this, it was quite difficult. I would always be looked at silly in conversations and sort of like jumped on. So yeah, anyway, that's number 1. So number 2 is called burning bridges. Now this is something that is unbelievable in my life, and it has happened so many times. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I lose friends, I lose co-workers, I lose family, and of course I lose bosses, as in they all get severely annoyed with me. And sometimes I burn the bridge, like they literally don't come back, or I have to leave the situation and try not to, not come back. So this is something that I've done so often. I feel like people are projects where I have to fix them, or I have to fix the situation in the workplace, or fix people's lives. So I think it's just the fact that we are so we've got our brains are thinking all the time, that we are just wanting to problem solve absolutely everything. And it has never helped me in any way. In workplaces, I am constantly finding things with fresh eyes and like trying to make them better, to my detriment, because quite often I will either be extremely picky with certain things that, you know, workplace health and safety, or the way people are doing things that are, and I often get told that I'm making everyone look bad. And it happens so often, and it's just me being me. So I have a huge thing about justice and making sure that people work, you know, like fair day's pay for a fair day's work for a fair day's pay or something. Yes, so that's what I do quite often. I am always making people look bad, and with the best intentions. Like I'm not there to literally make people look bad. I'm doing my job. So, and also with family, I have had an absolute obsession with some family members and their issues, and also with like ex-boyfriends basically, and has got me nowhere, because I have tried and tried and tried to help, fix, care, do everything I can to fix their situation. And in the end, they have just gone, they've wiped me, or they have literally wiped me. Or I have had the best intentions to set up things like parties or social occasions, and literally it has backfired on me because I haven't, invited someone that I should have invited, or I've done too much, or I've overextended myself in some way, and people feel like I've just rubbed them up the wrong way. So, and they have just gone, no, I don't want anything to do with her anymore. So, and I've lost family members and like workmates. Like I've just had issues with workmates because they haven't done the right thing to me, and bosses, because I've put so many ideas forward, and they're just like, this is ridiculous. I don't want you to do, to mention all these things. You know, they just don't like the idea that I'm finding issues. They don't like the idea that I'm doing anything, really. They just want me to be a lower worker and not work at the production level that I work at, which is 1,000 miles a minute. Constantly seeing issues, constantly seeing ways to improve things. And I think it's a great thing to have ADHD, because it feels like we're the ones that are putting forward the ideas that make things go better, that, you know, get better and improve. But quite often we are pushed down. And a lot of us, I think, just either get out of the work and get so disillusioned. And it's so sad sometimes when you lose friends and you lose a working environment that you have really enjoyed because of your production level, because you can't help it. You're just the way you are. Okay, so that's 2, burning bridges. Number 3 is focused frustration. And this one annoys the absolute hell out of me. I can seriously be stuck in a mode of flicking through social media over and over and over and over until I get really a brain ache. It is so bad. I can do it all day if you allow me to do it. You know, like, well, I mean, I'm obviously in control here. So some days I am on social media for up to 8 hours. Like it is a real thing for us to try and get off this. At the moment, I am truly trying my hardest to put things on social media so it stops me. And yet I just go, yep, I want it all day, and then it'll come up again. I mean, the all day thing is not all day, which is quite funny. it's like 3 hours maybe, or 2 hours, I don't know. But I will literally just go, yep, all day again, please. You know, I just have to continue to get the dopamine and the dopamine constantly with the social media. So even at night time, if I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'll just check my phone. And yeah, I'm on that until maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. It is so bad that it frustrates the hell out of me. So that's something that I have focused frustration on. It's trying to continue the one thing. You know, like I might have 5 things on the go. It's just continuing the one thing to finish, to completion. Because at the moment, I will start something constructive, and then I will just not finish it. And then I'll start something else and I'll not finish it. And I'll go, oh, I'll just sit down for a minute and scroll through my phone. And I'll be on it for 2 or 3 hours. So the shopping app, Temu, you know, they are some of the worst things. Temu definitely some of the worst things to be on. Yeah, and it is really, really hard for us to get focused on one thing. It drives me absolute crazy. And I haven't really found a strategy to be able to, that works. Although, when I was writing, I started a book many years ago, maybe 5 years ago now. And the one thing that did work for me, and I have to say it did, the Pomodoro method, which is working for 20 minutes and then stopping and going to reward yourself. That worked for me to do a whole 3,000 word book. But I can tell you now, I have not finished that book because I can't focus to edit it. So that's something that's quite hard. So maybe I need to start that Pomodoro method again to get that going. But it's extremely frustrating. And I am literally on medication for ADHD. So this is something I still can't seem to get going. But okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is social isolation. Now, this is a big one for me because I always love being with my friends. I absolutely love being with my 5 or 6 friends that I've got, childhood friends. But I have to have social isolation, mainly every afternoon. I like to sit like up in a top garden and just find my favorite place to be and relax my brain and regenerate. It's massively important for me to do this basically by myself, because if anyone was there with me, I mean, it's lovely to have people with me, but my brain is still constantly working over and over and over when I'm sitting there talking to somebody. It's not giving my brain a break, and I have to have focused isolation, basically. So it's from anything social. It's very, very important for me because executive dysfunction gets to me, and I have to sometimes stop everything and either sit up the back or be in my bed and give my brain a full rest. Sometimes I do put on some really nice music that will get my brain just distracted in some way to stop the constant carry on, chatter, ideas, all of those sort of things that are happening to me. And I think I mentioned in another video that my brain can get so worked up that my eyes can start flickering, and it is complete overload for me. And I literally can't do anything. I have to lay down until that stops. So it is so important for us to remove ourselves from society and just regenerate, recharge, and get back to normal. And the only way that we can do this is through quiet time, uninterrupted time. And if I can try and do mindfulness and listen to the birds and the wind and, watch the pets, my pets, that's awesome. But sometimes I have to be honest, I'm on my phone. I'm watching YouTubes, I'm watching, how to do YouTubes, I'm watching the news, or listening to a podcast. I am still constantly thinking and not giving my brain a break. But for some reason, it sort of helps just to be on my own, quiet, with a fire in front of me, and a nice drink, and my pets around me. It's just really important to recharge. So that's that one. It is social isolation. So number 5 is chaos unchecked. Now, this is something that I have so much trouble with, and I still do on medication for ADHD. My life is unable to be organized in certain ways that I can follow strategies. So I know there's so many channels out there where there's strategies for this, strategies for that, and it's all awesome if it works out. But I'm giving you the raw details of somebody that has had undiagnosed ADHD and only recently been diagnosed and given medication. I still cannot organize myself. I'll show you exactly what I have tried. So the first one is I did a chunking exercise. So where is that? Oh, here it is. So this is where you actually, follow a routine, you block things out. I think it's called blocking, actually. You block things out and you try and accomplish those each week. Well, I did that. Awesome. Lasted 1 week. I think I even ticked some things I did in that week, which was awesome, but truly didn't last long. I just didn't go back to it. Great effort doing it. The second one I tried was a weekly planner. So this is literally saying, plan out what you're going to do for the week and keep doing it, That was exactly the same. That didn't last any longer than 1 week. So as you can see, I simply can't do a blocking out exercise and stick to it. I can't do a weekly planner and stick to it. This is another thing. This book has been sitting here. This is the ADHD book. It has been sitting like that for probably about 8 months. That's how much I've read. And I'm not good at reading, truly. And you know what? I don't think I can remember a single thing that has happened in those pages. So, I'm good with podcasts, but I bought this as soon as I got diagnosed thinking, I'll read that. That'll be fantastic. They'll have strategy. They probably have got great strategies in it, but I haven't got to it. And then the one thing that has worked for me, and I have to say that this has been the best thing for me, it is a little fantastic yearly diary. So in this, it has, all the very, very small, really, really small, just days. And it just helps me to work out what's happening next week or, what's happening in a couple of months' time. Because I still have trouble with birthdays. I still have trouble remembering appointments. I still forget to put things in this diary. But what I do is I carry this diary, this little one. It's a little Collins diary. And this one's 24 to 25, 2025. These ones here are so small that you can fit into your actual bag. So I take this everywhere with me. It is truly the only thing that keeps me on track. The only other thing I do use is I use my phone. I put alarms on for everything. My medication, whether I need to get up a certain time. I have reminders in there for some birthdays, but truly, it's very, very hard for me to remember that. So it is chaos sometimes. It really is chaos in my brain sometimes. And that's what this one is. Number 5 is chaos unchecked. Number 6, the last one is not of this world. Now, I know this sounds ridiculous, but a lot of my life I have not felt part of this world, basically. I have never felt right in a relationship. I have never felt like maternal. I have always sort of like handed them back. I have never felt like I'm part of this world. I look at people in relationships and I think, wow, how do they do that? And for so long, it just blows me away. I still remember watching Wife Swap on TV so many years ago when they were doing it and thinking, look at those people. They really love each other. It's really interesting. I don't seem to feel like that. So I don't know. It's a really weird way of explaining it, but I just don't feel like I'm girlfriend material, wife material, and mother material. So yeah, it's something that has made me feel really weird. People have said to me, ex-boyfriends sort of have said to me, wouldn't you rather be with someone than without? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine by myself. It feels like I have so much going on in my mind, so many ideas that I have, so many things I can do that keep me confused and overwhelmed and interested, because I absolutely hyper focus on so many things in life that sometimes I just don't want to be with anyone. I'm very happy having my own life in my own little world, and also the fact that I don't feel like I could be good enough. I think this is a self-esteem thing that's happened a lot of my life. I don't feel like I'm good enough to be a girlfriend, good enough to be, a mother, and good enough for somebody to choose me because of the way I live. My life is chaotic. It really is. I just think I would annoy everyone. I can't live with anyone. I seem to be able to overpower and try and control the other person. So it's very, very weird to be in our life and in our bodies as an ADHD, recently diagnosed ADHD person. So I don't know. Do not feel like I am of this world. I am different to other people. I don't need anyone else. I'm just walking around the world feeling like I'm just not the same. So that's something that, and it does not bother me whatsoever. It makes me a little sad that I don't have children. I don't have, I'm not married, I guess, but really, I'm quite happy just the way I am. And it's something that I would rather not have complication in my life than have it in my life, because it is just, I would just be an overwhelming mess, I think, if I had a complication in my life constantly. But I do know people that are ADHD that have ADHD partners, and that seems to just work really well. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something for the future. But at this moment, yeah, I just don't feel like I'm part of the world. I'm in my own little bubble of, you know, full onness, and it's all good. So yeah, if you're interested in any more of my videos, to check how things have been going with my medication, I'm going into my second month, but I've done the first month of me being on medication. So check out that video and all the other videos I've got. Okay, bye.
Why you always in the mood? I'm acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what